St. Catherine Health Department intensifies its effort to get more men to seek medical help and to engage in safer sexual practices. The Health Department is not only talking, it actually hosted a health fair for men.
Our young men in our community, they are being infected with sexually transmitted infections, the young women as well. And if we don't do something about it from early, then this pandemic that we are trying to fight, that of HIV, how far will we get?
I would like to encourage the men, don't afraid to seek the health care. We don't want them to come to hospital just to die.
While many people were spending Valentine's Day 2023 with their spouses, personnel at St. Catherine Health Department were busy doing what they do best, serve the public. They spent much of the day, or some 7 hours, serving a number of men who live in and around Spanish Town in the parish. After all, the event was deliberately and strategically named Men's Health Fair.
We make the Men's Health Fair to promote the health education amongst the men, and we also want to encourage them to seek medical attention when they need it. The reason for targeting the men is that men are afraid of seeking health care, especially even they are sick. We notice that when they reach the hospital, they are almost at the last stage of the illnesses, and we couldn't help them at that stage. They need to seek care before they start feeling sick, so they will know where to look for, what treatment they will need.
Kudos to the men, including Donovan Turner, who accepted the invitation and showed up to check their health on the grounds of the St. Diego Health Center in Spanish Town.
This health fair is a very important one to the community in terms of, definitely for man, you can get everything checked up without a cost. So I think it's a good look. I think it's very important to be concerned about your health, because if you wait until it's too late, you might end up in a very big problem. Because, for instance, the prostate problem, if you wait until that is too late, as them tell you, it might be too late to treat it. So earlier, it's better.
The Men's Health Fair did not only coincide with Valentine's Day, it was also in keeping with Safer Sex Week, which is usually used to heighten awareness for safer sexual practices. And when it comes to safer sex, the women are complaining that too many men are not standing up for what is right.
As a doctor who treats persons with STIs, too many times I'm just hearing the woman might come and say, "Boy, doc, him no want to use no condom." And I can tell you, I've seen our young men in our community, they are being infected with sexually transmitted infections, the young women as well. And if we don't do something about it from early, then this pandemic that we are trying to fight, that of HIV, how far will we get? So today's activity is to focus and to remind the community that, hey, safe sex is what is romantic. As you would be able to see on the shirts that we're wearing, it says romantic equals safe. So the message is, you could have look more rose petals on the bed or carry her to one 5-star hotel. If it's not safe, it's not romantic. That is the message we are trying to portray, the message we are trying to get across to the members of the community.
Medical officer to the St. Catherine Health Department, Heron Grant, is pleased that a number of people showed up to access the wide variety of male-focused services.
From the looks of things, I would say people are responding quite well. We offer quite a number of services here today, it's not just about HIV testing and syphilis testing. Lots of condoms have been given away. The men have been able to do their heart examinations, their ECG. They've been able to check on their prostate health by doing the PSA test. And we have a number of agencies partnering with us. So we are also giving them information for financial health. The Heart Trust is here, the NHF is here, the NIS is here, the National Council on Drug Abuse is here, Sagicor is here. So it's a holistic approach. It's a wide-based approach. We are giving our men health, not just physically, but otherwise as well. And the uptake has been very good. A lot of men have been coming in from morning until now.
It is not easy to organize this kind of health fair because there are multiple organizations involved, not just a health department. we also have to pull our staff who also has a regular duties at their health centers. So when we pull those staff from their regular clinic, the other staff who are left at the clinic has to bear the burden of that day. And also we have to make sure all organizations involved come on time, and they are also helping us wherever we need it. And the funding is also a major factor as well. Sometimes we don't have enough fundings. And this event now, we would like to promote the condom usage for the safer sex. And we realized that there are national stock out of condoms, but the NGOs, they are helping us to get enough condoms to provide all the men visited these events today.
My name is Subani. I must tell you, I'm very glad for this one, because I've been telling a lot of friends at all times, go to the doctor, get tested, and do all whatever they can. Because I must tell you, all of these tests, I've done these tests already. The only test I don't really done is the years one, but I've done all of these tests already. And I just come by to carry them to come for them to get tested. Because I know it is very important. And enough men don't want to come. And some are still invited to come, they don't come. I don't know if they're going to come later. But it's very important.
The hosting of the Men's Health Fair presented an opportunity for non-governmental organizations to give a helping hand. The Lions Club of Spanish Town did just that.
My name is Blondie Scott, and I am the past president of the Lions Club of Spanish Town. We are here right now giving some services to this Men's Health Fair that we're having right now. This event is very important, as we have, men who refrain from, going to the doctors and getting tested and all that. So this is very important, and also this is a non-profit event. So we are here to give our services.
The people who attended the health fair to give moral support included Dr. Devon Osborne, who owns a huge medical business.
I work out of the Portmore Hospital Complex, Portmore Healthcare Complex, and the Maypen Healthcare Complex. I often come here and refer patients here for the excellent care that is offered by the institution here, especially for preventative medicine, which allows the community access to excellent health care at an affordable cost, or in most cases at no cost at all to the individual. The health department and the health center is very important to the community because it offers a first encounter for the patient who has a medical condition. Oftentimes it is a primary source for the care of patients having chronic illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, for patients, care of the patient who is pregnant, antenatal care. And so a health center, and this health center in particular, is exceptionally important. It offers health care for a huge community, the Portmore community, as well as the other communities of the St. Catherine area. The health fair is very important in that it allows it causes persons to come out in a very organized way to have certain important things done. For example, they can have their eyes checked, they can get their diabetes condition diagnosed. Oftentimes it's diagnosed right here at the health center. And of course they can check on their pressure, if there are any STDs, etc., that can be checked on. All of that can be done in the health fair setting. I applaud the health center for putting on this health fair, because I think it really goes a far way in reaching out to the community to getting them to come and take care of their health.
My name is Clara Odi, medical social worker. It is quite significant that the health fair plans to reach out to men. A lot of studies have proved that men have a low health-seeking behavior. It's quite difficult to get men to come and see a doctor. As much as we understand that ladies have issues, but they have a very good health-seeking behavior. If they have headache, they want to see a doctor. If their stomach is paining them, they don't just have to wait. But the men will say, I want to observe it. I want to check and see. I want to see how it's going. So we decided that this day we will set aside to give men opportunity to come in so that they can be properly examined. If there's anything wrong, they will take a proactive action instead of being reactive. And sometimes before they discover that something is wrong, a lot of damage would have been done. So this actually targeting men to give them opportunity to come in and examine themselves. If there's anything wrong, they'll be able to seek help before things get bad. I think that's one of the main reasons why we decided to target the men in this health fair.
My name is David Gordon, and the team here today is also Ms. Trowers, and we are from the National Council on Drug Abuse. And we are participating in this health fair here today because it is very important in our public education. Public education giving information to the community about drugs and drug abuse and drug misuse, because what that means that today is Valentine's Day. So we sharing some information and giving some things about love and not drugs. So we are encouraging people to show love and to love themselves, and the younger ones to love themselves, without drugs and drug abuse, because, many times we tend to have social gathering, we tend to have fun, there's a lot of, drugs around, so to speak. So we at the National Council on Drug Abuse creating this awareness, having this public education and drive, that people should, deal with love and not drug abuse.
Greetings, my name is Chung Knight, and the event that they're having here today is very critical to the community and also to the health department, and talk about things like skincare, for instance. Men, generally men, they just say, my skin, I don't need this, I don't. But your skin is your biggest organ, right? And if you don't care for it, and the other thing that people don't realize, anything that you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream eventually, right? So things like that. I think with men, sometimes with women, they spend a lot more time on their health. Men probably don't spend as much, as I would say, from most of the persons I know in my experience. So that's probably one of the reasons why there needs to be a focus. All right, so here is just different areas, as we say. So it targets skincare over here, right? Then you will also have here what we call supplements, general supplements, and this is multivitamins. And multivitamins are very important, and these are more natural multivitamins. You have a situation where multivitamins are good, but like anything else, if they are synthetic, sometimes they don't work as well and they can cause some complications. So you want to be as natural as possible. I'm grateful to everybody that organized here because it's an opportunity not only for myself, but over here, and I can say this, especially the testing is extremely valuable to others. So it's a great opportunity for people to come in, and I can see that people here really want the information and some of them don't have access to it. So that's a good opportunity. And then again, so to be thankful. And the last thing is just, I don't know if there are persons, I don't know when people will see this, but always look out for opportunities like this because you can really benefit from them. So those are the two things I would really say.
I would like to encourage the men, don't afraid to seek the health care. We don't want them to come to hospital just to die because they are already reaching the last stage of illnesses, because a lot of illnesses are preventable. And if they seek care in early time, they can live longer and healthier. When you are living healthier, then you can earn more money for your family and your loved ones. So it will keep you in wealth as well. So it is not just health. It can help you to get wealthy too if you live longer.
Straight up to the end of the day's proceedings, the message to all men remained clear. Pay closer attention to your health. In Spanish Town, St. Catherine, this is the Jamaica Beacon.